It's your favorite time again, baby dolls. We're going to be doom scrolling Twitter-roonies. We have to pump for crypto or we're going to be facing a lot of doom. Thank you for your attention to this matter because it's breaking news. Spain and Switzerland have cancelled their jet orders. Trump calls it very unfair. Here we have this picture and comic. Fire, ready, aim. Now, I want to remind you, friends, whenever you hear stuff about F-35 jets and army things and military spending, people just out there in normie world, they think, oh no, what are we doing with this country? Like, bro, dude, you know, you still haven't learned that. Your opinion means nothing. Nothing you ever do is pretty much ever going to matter. And you're just an NPC. Okay, literally 99.99% of us friends, we're all pretty much walking NPCs. We can't affect literally anything. Can't affect policy, can't affect this or that. Or if you can affect policy, you got to do an exponentially large amount of time wasting just to go do it. But it all comes back to money printing, doesn't it? They keep printing the money. Global debt goes up. It just hit 37 trillion. It's going to keep going up. Crypto's going to keep cranking. We're going to manifest crypto to 10 trillion. Let's go have a look at crypto, friends, is between 3 and 4. So we're going to keep manifesting crypto to 10 trillion. This is all we're focusing about. Okay, we're focusing on here. We're going to get stablecoin supercycle, meme coin supercycle, and all of these are going to keep printing money. And of course, you even sprinkle some conspiracy supercycle out here because the US government and the deep state, they're using the money printer to siphon money out so they can go pay for the scientists and do advanced UFO weapon tech. This is funny. A wallet called wanker.sol was in Trustcoin and full stack dumped 1%. And then they updated their Sol name to you can't make it up. He updated his name. Sorry, Slingor, I'm broke. Oh my gosh. So I guess what happened is he bought this coin following someone else. He bought 1% of it. He says he's broke, so he's literally just dumped all the supply. So I wonder how much money. Let's go check it out. This might be the coin because there's friends. I looked up Trust. There's like heaps of coins named Trust. I wonder if this was it. I wonder if this was the guy. He just dumped 1% of it. Or bang, down 50% or something. He says, "Sorry, I'm broke." Well, there you go, man. If he had about 1% and it was about 1 million, I guess he would have sold about $10,000 worth. He says he's really, really broke. He needs that 10,000. You know, friends, it was funny. I was speaking to Charlie from Landwolf community. We still love and adore everyone out here. Shout out to everyone there. It was basically on the phone. He says, yeah, man, like everyone on Soylana, he goes, no one there's got a job. So, like, it's interesting when you hear about it. He goes, well, no one there's got a job. So they're all just going to be dumping on each other. I never really thought about it like that because it's one thing for me to say buy and believe, but a lot of these people, friends, they're like, they're just, they're people who they've been poor for a long time. They have no money. They really don't want to either go get like a proper job or anything like that. They refuse to leave. They're sitting around. So if they even find any inkling of a chance where they have, $4,000 here or $6,000 here, all they're thinking in the back of their mind is, they're like, if I sell this now, this covers another 2 months rent and I could survive another while, which is the wrong place to be. The best place to be is probably where 99.9% of you are. You got a job, you got some savings, just keep doing your job, just keep DCA buying in, okay? That's a long-term game. Yeah, because you can sit down and analyze anything. Like you can look at, say, when I show you, friends, when I show you like PulseChain core coins, okay? I'm showing you like, let's go look at the size, right? So PulseChain PLS, friends, it's not even a billion market cap, right? So if this thing went to like 3 billion market cap, I would, look, you can do whatever you want. I'm just telling you what I'll be thinking is like, well, Corridanza is 40 billion. Why should we stop at 3? You know what I mean? It makes no sense. You know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense fundamentally for a community that survived all this, multiple conferences per year. Marianne's, I think, doing the PulseChain conference again soon. It makes no sense for us just to stop here. You know what I mean? So, because you're thinking rationally because you have money coming in. You're not struggling. It's not cannibalization. Whereas these people are. They don't think about this coin and if it's going to cook long-term or anything. And that's what happens when everybody's poor, everyone thinks like that. That's what you see in the Sol-ETH ratio. As the Sol-ETH ratio keeps going down, which I'll quickly have a poke and show you again. As this continues to go down, it means the money is leaving the chain and going into ETH, right? And then they're probably going to start seasons there as well. But this is the thing, man, because everybody believes in nothing over there, they're just going to go and make their new non-believer trash meme coins on ETH if they can as well. So it's a vicious cycle, friends. The only way to make it is to believe. You got to find something that you think has a long-term shot. Shout out to Mr. Handsome Finance. Clippy was 4 million market cap when I made this post. Rare to see that many people change their Google profile. Why Clippy though? I guess it's just another one of those meme coins. Everyone is on Soylana and doing trading stuff. Everyone's there. They're just trying to look for please, I got to get the next 20x. I got to get the next 10x. See, stop thinking about, look, friend, these people, I know they're losers, okay? But this is the thing. You got to stop thinking about, I've got to find the next 20x, okay? What you're trying to say is, it's like saying, I've got to score the next penalty in soccer match. I've got to score the next penalty. No. How about you play the game and you see what happens? Maybe you don't even need to go to penalties. Maybe you win 2-0, okay? Or maybe you're going to lose 7-0. So it doesn't even matter if you get a penalty. You've lost the game. You've done everything else wrong. You see what I mean? They're putting the cart before the horse. That's what it comes down to. So you don't want to think like that. You want to think about, you just have a scanner. You're looking at a lot of things. Do you see things that are cheap? Do you see people yelling about something, saying something's dead? Right? Or maybe people are saying a chain maybe is only 1% chance of survival. You know, you're trying to see, is the market wrong? Can you get information asymmetry? Mike 3, don't let anyone tell you to drop out of school or quit your job to pursue your own goals full time. They're scared to fail and afraid you will make them feel more of a loser if they succeed. Yes, quite true. But also something interesting for you as well, friends. They've done studies on people who talk more about what they're going to do with a business or pursue their dreams. People who talk more about it, they have way lower odds of ever doing it. So why? It's actually amazing. Relates to markets. Because the more they talk about it, the more they speculate in their mind what it's like, and they're living the dream in their head, and they actually get the dopamine hit of doing it. So they basically get the dopamine, like, oh, I'm going to go do. That's why, friends, when people talk about, people just say they're full of poop. They go, oh, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to finally leave. I'm going to go stick it to the big man. I'm going to start up my own business. It's going to be great. I'm going to go get a big car. I'm going to pick all these pictures. I'm going to impress all the other 5 out of 10 girls DMing me on Instagram. People who think like that, they usually have no action most of the time, because they're living it in their head. People who just say nothing and go do it have a higher odds of success. Check out the crypto banter. ChainLink is just flying through all resistances since the reserve. I hope you're all packed your bags. I hope so, sir. We'll just have a look at this abomination coin. Chainlink's about $21. He's talking about this. Yeah, I think it's ready to go now, right? Looks like it's ready to go. Might come up here, does resistance, and then hopefully it pops on through. I really hope it goes to this 160. That is a 100 billion market cap. It's chosen by Swift. It's chosen. It's actually being used everywhere. But the thing is, friends, so remember XRP, by tech, it's not even chosen. But XRP has the army. XRP, that's why Bitcoin maxis and other people, even Ethereum people, everyone thinks they're going on a high horse. They go, oh no, XRP people are retarded or they're just stupid. No, they've got an army. It's a network effect, right? And by the way, Bitcoin has even less tech than XRP. You know what I mean? Bitcoin's market cap is bigger. So that's it. They have an army. They have believers. You could call it, it's a very, very big cult. It's almost going to become a religion, friends. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at some point, we're going to have to just say, well, they're becoming a religion, but they might have to make the next steps. I don't know what it's going to be. Chainlink doesn't have that. We have like a dead army, you know. The Chainlink, this is what happened, friends. Chainlink frogs, they moved into Pepe. And they moved around now. It became, you know, it's a de facto little MAGA thing that you saw going on. So that, you know, it used to be in Chainlink. It started in Chainlink. Chainlink was a representation of 4chan. Yeah, and then it moved to Pepe. You know, so the original frogs was that. Then they made their own Pepe coin, right? Which is what they have now. So hopefully it all works out for us. I hope it does really crank up. We've got a long way to go. Impressive, brother. Here's Trader Main quoting Runner XBT. I don't think ETH will ever trade above 2,200 to 2,500, regardless of how high BTC is. Wow. Talk about bottom talk. And I've actually just made a cute little post here as well, just to slap it on for you. So don't forget, friends, these are the people, it's people like that. They are fading PulseChain. They're fading PulseChain. They can't understand PDI, even though I've got thousands of posts, hours and hours of content. Friends, we've got hours, dozens of hours of content just on it alone. Stories, super cycle, everything, decentralized native stablecoin. These are the people that don't get it. They'll never get it. They just need to see the price up. How do you even say Ethereum? Ethereum, you know, friends, Ethereum down there, he still had 55% of the world's stablecoins. But they couldn't see it. If you watch my videos, I'll tell you, stablecoin super cycle. Could you see the vision beyond the jeeting, beyond the 4-panel, the VC podcasts and YouTube shows who are going, yeah, I'm bearish on Ethereum. I'm bearish on Ethereum at 1,400. Could you see beyond Ben Copen calling for Ethereum to $500 when ETH was 1,400? Do you see beyond Willy Woo's Bitcoin dominance 90% call? You have to see beyond that. Do you see beyond everyone saying, Soylana, soy, no one needs Ethereum anymore. Soy. You got to look beyond that. That's what's happening right now, okay? You have to literally think into the future. Once you start living in the future, yeah, you neglect some things of the present, but you become way more profitable. Here we have a video from, this is SirGay, the ChainLink founder. The capital markets world is taking notice. ChainLink's platform is the key to the next financial evolution.
I think the whole global financial system will run on blockchains, period. So everyone here is going to be in the blockchain industry. Decision, really.
Yeah, so it's up some Cranky G, ChainLink. We just need to see some coins go up, please. Here is actually the guy who bear posted ETH. Bonk, we would miss you if you left us. I can't wait to be gone. Crypto Twitter has been in massive decline since day one I got here during zombie virus. Only good reason to stay around is to launch your own scam to rug these absolute mags. But I just, despite hating most people here, don't have it in me. L on me, I guess, for not scamming. Friends, I just want to show you. I'm getting a hint of, look. That's the same guy who just said Ethereum's never going above 200. Okay. Look, man. Just because you see a few LA Vape Cabal people making money and sticking everybody's foot in their mouths. Okay. Look, I'll give it to them. They have the cleanest feet you'll probably ever lay eyes on. Because everybody is licking their feet, sucking their toes. And then they're like, hey, don't forget the heel. Hey, have you ever tried ankle before? Come and get ankle. So, I get it. You're very jealous of their feet and the smooth texture of their feet, okay? But that's the top 0.1%, man. 99% of people are wrecked. They're looking for answers. They're looking for something to believe in. And you can't just look at, oh, these couple of people like that FaZe guy dumped $2.8 million of his LA Vape Cabal, one of the ringleaders. He dumped it on Adon Ross, who was part of the LA Vape Cabal, then got used on all his audience. You can't look at that and go, oh, you're not winning because you don't dump. No, man. Crypto was made with transparency, man. We could literally, you know the answer. It's simple, but it's not easy. Buy and believe long term. It's the only way to make it. But you know what? These people won't believe, friends, until they see the price is higher. Thank you to Mr. Matrix Mischief. When people ask me what being an empath is like, I see fake people. I think this is very spiritual, UFO-ish, in multi-dimensional stuff out here. What a time to be alive, innit? Donald Trump, crooked Nancy Pelosi, and her very interesting husband beat every hedge fund in 2024. In other words, these two very average minds beat all of the super geniuses on Wall Street. Thousands of them. It's all insider info. Is anybody looking into this? She's a disgusting degen who impeached me twice on no grounds and lost. How are you feeling now, Nancy? Look, yeah, man, that's it. You know, you take a swing, you get that. Now, here's the thing, Mr. President Trump. Don't arrest her. Check her computer. Look for her RSI indicator settings. Maybe she's got some mad MACD divergences that we've never seen being used before. World's greatest trader. Look at this. I hope you sell today so you can watch us rip to 50 million market cap tomorrow. Unstable. Yeah, man, this is it's kind of funny. That's nice posturing out here for meme coins. Check out Mr. Zach from PulseChain. Who will win the race to $1 on PulseChain? PDI, Peacock, or Hex? I hope we all do well, friends. I want everything to keep cranking. You know, there's a lot of memes, man. I'm just fried, friends. Just fried. It's not about picking children, man. They're just fried, man. I just want everything to go up. You know, this is funny. All my bags are organic. All your bags are manipulated garbage. Mr. Frog, I'm not sure. Is he one of the Soylana leaderboard dumpers? I'm not sure. I forgot. Forgive me. There are a lot of people on Soylana, friends. This is just this is part product of the game. A lot of people, yeah, man. Look, I've told you everything by now. Okay, their audience is poor, and then they're rich, and they're farming a new audience people every time. It is what it is. Just like Crypto Crapper. Market maker update. Circle continues to support the buy side in accumulation. WinterMute and Jump involved in the buy side. This is buy side stuff. Buy side of what? Maybe they're buying ETH or something. Just to let you know as well, friends, how the market making works. One exchange price can be like just maybe Ethereum on like, OKEx is like $10 higher. So what WinterMute will do is they'll like send money to OKEx to go dump it down, and they'll just put it in line. They do arbitrage like that, but then you go check it on chain and it looks like they're like dumping all Ethereum and stuff out here. But not saying they're not dodgy. Of course, all of them. There are some dodgy stuff. They do all manipulate and move prices. Here's Dennis, my friend Dennis, Virtual Bacon. The cleanest Altseason setups are made before confirmation. By the time social media agrees it's Altseason, the first 30 to 50% move in high caps is usually done. Well. This is literally your friend Simon material from literally 2022. I'm not even joking. It's been 3.5 years. Also, shout out to Dennis. Friends, Dennis participated. I think he put 300 grand into PulseChain sacrifice, and then I think he took a loss. I think he just got out around the OKEx delisting 2-3 years ago, never looked back. I think he just read it off as a loss and stuff out here. So, like I'm saying, they'll probably come back in, maybe at much higher prices. Check out Mr. Hex Lotus. Warriors of Hex and PulseChain. I believe the crypto dawn is breaking. With bags packed, we are primed for something special. What an amazing time to witness this all and become the person you are destined to be. Focused, be cautious, be deliberate. Wag me. Thank you very much for these very generically nice, positive messages. Thank you for spreading positivity and love. Mr. Shill Gates, do you think 2025 bull run will be bigger than 2021 or 2017? Very interesting question. Of course, dollar-wise, it's bigger, but you don't give a crap about dollar-wise. You care about the percentage growth here. 2017, friends, it's literally impossible to be as big as it. 2017, from January to December, okay, the whole others index ran up 250x. The whole others index, yeah. So it started at 3 billion market cap, I think, or maybe 100 billion, and it ran up to 250 or 300 billion by the end. Yeah, we're not zero chance. It's been the worst cycle so far in terms of taking forever. But you never know. Like 2021 was a letdown. However, if we can repeat 2021's multiples from here, it will be good. Because if we do 2021's multiples from here, it would be like if 2021 never stopped and you just did another 3x at the end of 2021. So that would have been okay for everyone. That would have been okay. If you did another 3x on top of 2021, that would have been, if you go do a 3x on top of Bitcoin's all-time high in 2021, that would have been Bitcoin 200K. That would have been Ethereum 15K, right? That would have been, yeah, Chainlink $150. Pretty much all the targets. All my targets for last cycle initially, we might finally get them now, though. And so it's not going to be easy. It just like it took you an extra 4.5 years. An extra, like I thought it was going to happen 2021. It's going to, well, maybe happens 2026. So an extra 5 years. So we eventually did get there. It's just would have taken more. So obviously it's outside of our control. We're going to be watching all the exotic top signals. Maybe some public ICO raises and everything come out from here. AI is still changing the world. Let's see how it does for the economy. Ethereum on fire. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.